Hi guys, today we're looking at the new single shadows from Sample Beauty that come loose and you can buy a palette to put them in. This is their £10 palette, which is £10. It is plastic. I know it looks the same as the frosted glass Inglot ones, but trust me, this is interesting. Okay, I just depotted one of them with the magnet off the lid. That's utterly bizarre. Oh well, at least now I can show you the pans, are kind of an unusual shape. I know that's stupid, they look square, but when you look at the back, they're kind of curved on the corners. They're not square, they're kind of, you know, like, I don't know. Anyway, so as you can see, this is the shade Cardinal. The pans themselves are magnetic, hence this kind of weird accidental removal. That's actually quite neat now that I know that. You can fish them out with the lid for the palette. I'm such a child, that's going to entertain me. Let's see, will it work for everybody? Yeah! Okay, bonus points for that. They'd be really easy to take in and out of the palette. Anyway, so the shadows are £3.95 each. They come in the little cardboard envelopes, which is, you know, the norm for these. I suddenly realised that I can't see the weight. Is it on the back of the pan? Now that we've got that nifty easy way of removing it. No, it is not. I am going to have to go and hunt for that information for you. But they're £3.95. They look a kind of average eyeshadow size, and I bought 10 of the 24 shades. Now the majority of the shades are matte, and let me see if I can see the weight on here. Anything? I mean, the weight might vary slightly depending on the shadow, but I'm not seeing anything with the weight on Beauty Bay, which is where I bought mine. 2 minutes, I'm going to look at the Sample Beauty website. Okay, I'm back. Can't see the weight at all anywhere on the website, so that's a bit strange. I thought you had to. But browsing through the website did remind me what I forgot to mention. Every single one of these shades is vegan, so all 24 that they've released, not just the ones I've selected, all 24 are vegan, which is really, really cool. So colour wise, right, I've got all the packaging laid out so I can see. So I've got Shamrock, Romaine, School Bus, Tutu, Cardinal, Night Shift, Seaweed, Licorice, Eggplant and Pansy. So I'm really excited. I really like this. Looks such a professional laid out colour story. Bigging myself up here. So we've used these today and we're going to see how they applied and we're going to see how they wear. So let's go. Okay, so let's get started. I've already primed with my NYX Proof It and popped my Makeup Obsession on the brow bone. I went on a huge hunt for a dupe for this last night and I'm still not finding anything and I'm getting scared. Getting low. Anyway, as you saw from the intro, we're going bright today. So we're going to start with the yellow shade, which is called School Bus. I like how I've laid out this palette, but you guys can critique it if you want. The names are on like the back of the pans or the back of the packaging, so I've got them all laid out in front of me so that I can still tell you the names. So School Bus is a bright ass matte yellow. So let's zoom you in so that you can see how this goes on. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so big fluffy brush because this is going to be not really a transition colour, but I want it to peek around the dark crease colour I'm going to go in with. So it's a pop of colour on the outside of that. So we're going quite high with it. And this is blending really nice. I think if you wanted this to be like crazy yellow, you would want a white or a coloured base. They did bring out liquid eyeshadows at the same time as they released these loose ones, and there is a white shade in there which would be great as a base for coloured shadows that you want to pop. So that could be best friends if you wanted this shadow to be really, really opaque, pure, primary yellow, but I like the way it looks just now. It's kind of like, you know when you hold a buttercup up to your chin and it reflects? That's the vibe I'm getting off of this. So I was going to go in with the matte black, but really I want to try Seaweed, which is this guy here. So we'll give him a shot first, and we'll maybe deepen the very depths of the crease with the black. The black, by the way, is called Licorice, which I hate licorice. It's just, I don't get how it's considered a sweetie. Like, anyway. Off track as usual. That's pretty. Double-ended brush. Yeah. I almost never use double-ended brushes, but I wanted another one of these angled spectrum brushes, and I saw it on a double end and thought, well, why not? For travelling, it could be handy whenever I'm allowed to do that again. Actually, I'm allowed to do that quite soon. I'm so excited. I've got nowhere to go. Ooh, I like. Let's try and replicate it on the other side now is the fun part. So, again though, nice and pigmented, nice and smooth, nice and blendable. Everything I expect from Sample Beauty, if I'm completely honest. My god, if they brought out a pale, my skin tone matte shadow to replace my Makeup Obsession one, I'd be happy. Buy a whole 10-pan palette full of it. Why did that turn into a tongue twister? My god. But yeah, I think my matte skin tone shadows are jinxed. Like I used to use one from Revolution, discontinued. That Makeup Obsession one, discontinued. Back in the day, before I realised that they weren't as animal cruelty free as I wanted them to be, I used to use MAC Blanc type. I've looked online, that's apparently discontinued as well. I wasn't looking for it, by the way. I was on Temptalia looking at dupes, and I figured that's going to be the most well known out of the ones that I used, so I looked for dupes for that, and then went down the cruelty free options. And most of them are in palettes or discontinued. Yippee! So we're a bit deeper on this eye than this eye. Let's see. So I'm just going to quickly tap that colour in at the centre, even things out. In fact, I think we've went wider out to the side on this eye as well. Oh dear, I'm just not matching today. Okay, that's cool. Right, so for the lid shade we're going with Night Shift, which is the only shimmer I bought. They didn't have a lot of shimmers. I think there was 3 or 4, and the other ones were all kind of goldy shades, which if that's your cup of tea, great, go and look. Let's see if this is as nice a formula as the matte. Ooh, nice. Let's see how it plays with my finger instead of a brush. Yeah, finger might be the way to go, guys. So, bye brush. I like this. Oh yeah, they can bring out so many more of these. The mattes are beautiful, the shimmers are beautiful. I'm getting ahead of myself again, but you know, I've used a fair amount of Sample Beauty. I feel like I know these are going to work really, really well. I don't have any tissues around to wipe my finger on now that I've done that. Right, so I am going to go, and I don't think I need to use the black actually. I'm going to go clear up my minimal fallout and do my face makeup, and I will be back to see if we want to do anything on the lower eye and things. Right, so I'm back and we are finished up. I'm not sure that I want to do something on the lower lash, but I feel like I should. So I'm just going to go back with a tiny little brush into Seaweed, the dark green, and just kind of smudge that on my lower lash line. And yep, I went and put my mascara on before I'd done this, which is not brilliant, but we'll be fine. So nothing I really want to use as an inner corner highlight. There was no really pale shimmers to pick up. I'm hoping they do expand the range. Right. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Timestamp wise, it's just after 10 o'clock, so we'll get a decent long wear test today, and I'm just really liking these colours, and I didn't even touch purple, so that's my addiction getting better. No, purple's still my favourite colour, but I do love greens for eyeshadow. So I'm off about my day. I'm away to visit my brother. I haven't seen him in ages, so it should be fun. Right, I'm back, and there has been 0 updates today, which is a good thing. So it is now 10 past 10 and we're going strong. Oh my god. My eye watered a little bit, so I'm missing the kind of outer corner here, but we've actually still got colour on my lower lash line, which is nearly unheard of with me. The shimmer shade is still looking perfect. This eye is the one that watered a bit. It's got a tiny crease, but honestly next to nothing. You can still see that dark green, you can still see the yellow around the edges. All the colours are quite definitely still there. So that to me is a complete win. And yeah, I kind of expected that. Sample Beauty I've had such good experiences with. If they expanded their range, I would be so happy. It looks like they are doing that, but you know, it's just expanding their eye range just now, so we'll see what happens. But I definitely recommend these. The actual palette itself, I don't know, I kind of had it in my head that it was going to be like the Inglot ones, and that the shadows might have been the same size as the Inglot ones, and that, you know, I'd be able to like mix and match them, which they're not, so that's a bit sad. I do feel the palette itself is a little bit bulky, so thickness wise, got an Inglot set here, so just to kind of give you an idea, the full Inglot palette is about the same thickness as just the black layer on this guy. I'll put it that in so you guys can see it clearer. I think the magnets are much stronger on Inglot as well, which means that you can actually stack multiple palettes, whereas with this guy I did try putting the lid on the other side basically, the same way as I've done with my Inglot ones, and it just doesn't really hold. So I think if you wanted to get more than just the 10 shades, they might not stack that well. Perhaps if you didn't have the lid on it, it would stack, but I will say the Inglot ones, the magnets are visible in the back as well, so they were definitely designed with that stacking quality in mind. Size wise as well, there's a really big border around here, which just means it's a bit bulkier than it needs to be for the amount of product that it contains. So minor could be better, points, basically. But all in all, I think this is great. The branding on the front I think looks really, really cool. And if you've got any questions about these, leave them down below. If any of these colours call to you, go for it. They're so affordable. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.